Hello, everybody. Sarah here. Welcome. I said welcome as if I'm actually teaching a yoga class live. This is my first time on Facebook Live. I decided I'm going to start doing yoga classes once a week for you guys. I started noticing that there's a lot of things that hinder people from trying yoga for the first time. Hi, Liana. Yay. Come do yoga with me. You never would come to my class. Get on here, I'll call you out. But I started noticing things that were hindering people from trying yoga for the first time, or even getting to a yoga class when they know that they love yoga. Those things are, schedules clashing, you have kids, and it's hard to, it's really hard to get it in your schedule sometimes. The other thing was, yoga can be kind of scary sometimes trying it for the first time, right? So, hi Grandma, hi Katie. This is my first time doing Facebook Live, so I'm gonna try to not get super distracted with everything going on over there. But anyway, I'm gonna start doing yoga videos on here once a week for anybody who has ever wanted to try it or has trouble like getting out of the house and actually getting to a yoga class. Because I think that the benefits of yoga are there's so many benefits, and I want it to be accessible to everybody. So what up, Tyler? So this video is gonna be, I'm just trying to make sure everything is working well. I wanna make sure the space is good. There's not too much echoing. I wanted to make sure the camera's working and everything. We are gonna do a little, a mini practice here. It's gonna be maybe a 30-minute flow or so. But I just wanted to jump on here and see, hi Grandma, I love you too. See who's interested. If you're interested, if you jumped on, if you're interested in doing yoga with me once a week, go ahead and hit the like button and all that, and feel free to share this video, of course, when we're finished. And then also let me know in the comments what you're interested in yoga for. So some of the benefits of yoga are stress relief, and a lot of what I heard with my main following that comes and does yoga with me once a week is how much it helps them sleep. So let me know in the comments what you're interested in yoga for. I do probably plan on doing this Wednesday evenings, so it won't be like yoga to, for strength and all that. It's going to be, thank you, it's going to be mainly for relaxation, stress relief, and mindfulness and stuff like that, okay? Hey, Tracy. Yay. Tracy would come do yoga with me once a week at Brenda's house, and we would do yoga, so I'm glad you're on here. Yay. So let's go ahead and jump in. This is going to be more of a quick practice. You don't even need any props. This is the first time, so I would just love for you guys to give it a try. I could sit here and preach the benefits of yoga, but you don't know the benefits until you actually feel them. So I really encourage you to try it. Even if you can't get down on the ground and you want to just do some of the motions with us, go ahead and do that. You don't need a mat. Like I said, we won't need any props today. Hey, Michael. And then if we start making this a once a week thing, you guys can start getting props. You can start getting yoga mats and everything that you need. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. So I would like to, for this flow, it's just going to be about 30 minutes or so. Oh my gosh, no. Hold on, guys. The one thing I didn't do is plug my computer in. It's probably helpful. Okay, hi, if you jumped on, I'm sorry. Hi, guys. Okay. I've been sitting here trying to figure out what I was going to say for the last, I don't even know how long am I drained my battery. So anyway, we're just going to do about 30 minutes or so getting things moving. So especially around the holidays, we can really get kind of stagnant. There's a lot of eating. I just touched my belly. I wasn't going to say that, but there's a lot of eating. There's a lot of lounging around with our families, beautiful family time, lots of traveling, maybe sitting in cars for a long time, or even traveling on planes. So especially around the holidays, we can get really tight and we can get really stagnant. So I just want to, for this first video, get moving. So like I said, you don't need any props or anything. You can do it right there in your living room. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to my yoga mat and let's get started. If you want to put on some music, we can't do music on Facebook Live, obviously. They like to ban your videos, so if you want to throw on some music, go ahead and do so. Some nice calming music in the background. This is Coco, my little roommate. Hi, Coco. Okay, no, I'm so sorry. Go lay down in your bed. So just go ahead wherever you're at, preferably on the floor. You can also do this on the chair. But go ahead and find a comfortable seat. And start to close the eyes. Find a comfortable place for your hands. You can place them face up or face down on your knees. Maybe just find a comfortable position in the lap. And just start to focus on the breath. Start to arrive on your mat by maybe noticing the sounds in the room. Maybe noticing the temperature, the way the air feels on your skin. My favorite way is focusing on the breath. You can even bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. You just start to become aware of your breathing patterns, not trying to change it. Just noticing how deep or shallow your breath is, noticing if you mainly breathe up into the chest, into your left hand, or maybe you breathe into the belly more. Just awareness to start. And then start to deepen the breath. Really try to allow that right hand to expand. So allow the belly to expand. Allow the air to go all the way down to the belly, into the lungs. And then let it travel up to the chest. So we fill up the belly, we allow the rib cage to expand out to the side, and then we fill the chest. So if you see from the side, if you want to open your eyes just for a moment, you'll see it travel up. Really filling up the entire lungs with air. So just do that a few more times. Starting to cultivate a meditative space. Just starting to calm down from the day. Even letting go of anything else you need to do today. Just for the next 20, 30 minutes, we're just going to flow. We're just going to breathe together. Taking the biggest breath you've taken all day. Go ahead and part the lips side out. And then release the hands back down to the knees. Open the eyes. So throughout practice, we're really going to use our breath. So that stagnant energy that I'm talking about, it's not only from lack of movement, but it can be stress built up in the neck and shoulders. We're just really going to use the breath to release the stagnant energy, just feel better, okay? So go ahead and bring the hands out to the side. We're gonna roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down a couple times. Staying with your breath, trying to stay in that meditative space you created. And the last one, we'll just go ahead and roll the shoulders down and back. Nestle them in your nestle them into the mid back. So you really feel the sit bone grounded. The sit bone's grounded into the mat or into the floor. Really draw the crown of the head up. So everything's nice and strong and sturdy here. We have a nice long straight spine. Shoulders are protecting the back. Hands are out by the side. Go ahead and inhale the left fingertips to the sky and then exhale them over to the side. So shine the chest up towards the sky. We don't want to be closed off here. We really want to open the chest up So feel that sit bone grounded. Reach all the way from the sit bone to the fingertips. And just start to add some movement here. Really listening to your body, however it wants to move. So we like to hold tension and stress in different areas. So maybe it's just small wrist rolls. Maybe you want to do big arm circles with that entire arm getting into the shoulder blade. Keeping the breath, flowing with the movement. Maybe even switching directions with that shoulder roll, if that's what you're doing. Nice, last moment here. Reach the fingertips. And then inhale, then back up towards the sky. And exhale them down by your side. Nice. Moving on to the other side, inhaling. The right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale them over to the side. Shine the chest up towards the sky. Reach from the sit bone all the way to the fingertips. So just feel that nice side body stretch. How often do we get into the side of the body? Really opening it up. And just start to add your movement. Maybe just small wrist rolls. Just kind of really tune into your body and say, where am I holding some stagnant energy, some tension? Where do I feel like I want to get moving here? Making sure to go both directions with your movements. Nice, last moment here. Reach from the sit bone all the way to the fingertips. And then inhale, fingers up. Exhale them down, beautiful. So go ahead and bring your hands behind the back. If you can't clasp your hands, you can grab onto a sweater. If you have a strap, you can grab onto a strap. But we're gonna just open up the chest here. So clasp the hands behind you if you can. If not, you can also just bring them to the low back. Shine the chest forward. You can clasp the hands, straighten the arms. And we'll just start to invite some neck rolls. Just half neck rolls, tucking the chin into the chest. Still staying with the breath. Maybe hanging out on one side. If you feel like you need a little extra release on one side, you can hang out wherever you like. This whole time I want you to really tune into the body. And do what's best for it today. Nice. Slowly release the hands. Shake them out. And we'll roll over onto all fours. So if you don't have a mat and you're on hardwood floors, maybe just roll up a towel underneath your knees. We won't be here too long, so don't worry too much about it. But just to protect the knees if you are on wood floors or tile. Roll the shoulders down and back. So the wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. The knees are directly underneath the hips. We're pressing into the mat with the hands. Shoulders are rolled down and back, but we're not letting the belly hang. So really tuck the navel in and up. And then on your inhale, drop the belly towards the floor. Crown of the head goes towards the sky. As we exhale, press into the floor, round through the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Just flow through this at your own pace. This is called cat-cow. Inhaling as the belly drops. Exhaling as the spine rounds. At your own pace with your own breath. Nice. So you can just stick to the regular cat-cow, or once again, really feel however your body wants to move. Maybe you want to do some spinal circles. Still inhaling as the belly drops down towards the floor. Exhaling as you round through the spine. You can do that. You can just simply look side to side if you want some more side body stretching. Maybe you want to take the movement really big. Don't worry about what you look like here. Just do what your body needs. Still linking breath to movement. Nice. Finishing that up. Coming to neutral whenever you're ready. And we'll go ahead and tuck the toes. And then exhale, draw the hips into the sky, downward facing dog. So it's our first down dog of the day. It might even be some people's first workout of the day. Go ahead and bend one knee at a time, walking it out. Really letting the head and neck hang. So if your alignment feels weird, real quick, if you come to a plank, so wherever the toes and, wherever the toes and hands are, keep them there, just lift the hips into the sky. The heels might not go anywhere near the floor, that's okay. And that comes with time. So go ahead and start walking it out from here. Let the head and neck hang. Shoulders are still rolled down and back. Just inviting movement to our entire practice today. Like I said in the beginning with the breath, really amazing way to release anything that you're holding onto that you don't need. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's negative thoughts, maybe it's tension in the body. Go ahead and inhale through the nose, part the lips and sigh it out. Do that a couple more times. Inhale through the nose. Really letting everything go. On your next exhale, go ahead and bend into the knees, look between the hands. You start to walk the feet between the hands. Hanging out here in a forward fold. So bend the knees slightly so the belly can hang out on the thighs. Grab onto opposite elbows. Let the head and neck hang. Start to pop this side to side. Just really maybe little bounces, just be mindful of the low back, make sure that feels okay. Just any tension in the neck and shoulder, just let it roll right off your head. Let your mat take it. That's what yoga mats are for. Nice. Go ahead and release the elbows. Inhale, find a halfway lift. So we roll the shoulders down and back. Bring the hands to the shins. Belly draws in and up. So see how the crown of my head, tailbone are drawing away from each other. Back is nice and straight. And then on your next exhale, fold it forward. And then inhale, bend the knees, sweep the fingertips all the way up to the sky. Palms come together, exhale, draw it into heart center. Nice. We're going to flow through that one time. So it's called a Surya Namaskar, a sun salutation. Inhale, sweep the fingertips to the sky. Exhale, lean with the chest as we fold it forward. On your inhale, find that halfway lift. Go at your own pace, don't let me rush you. Plant the hands on your exhale. Step the feet to the back of the mat. We're going to drop the knees, the chest and the chin to the floor. And then inhale, flatten the body onto the floor. Tops of the feet are flat as well. Shoulders are rolled down and back. Crown of the head is drawing, crown of the head is drawing up towards the sky. Just a low cobra here, staying with your breath. Really strengthening through the back, especially if you sit all day. Beautiful way to strengthen the back. If you have lower back pain, cobras are an amazing way to fix that. So we'll press back into the hands. Coming to tabletop, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Couple breaths here. Sighing it out if you need to. Maybe keeping that movement going through the knees. And then bend into the knees. Look towards the top of the mat. Start to walk the feet between the hands one more time. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, sweep the fingertips all the way up to the sky. Palms come together. Exhale, draw it into heart center. Nice. And add a little movement to this. So, Tadasana, this is mountain pose. Just standing here. But there's a lot involved. We want to make sure every time we're standing, we don't have a sway in the low back. You can cause a lot of back pain here. So I want you to tuck the pelvis under, draw the rib cage in towards each other. So we don't have this. We have everything drawing in and up, yeah? Shoulders are all down and back. The feet, imagine trying to rip your mat in half. So it's just a micro movement. You're not actually moving, but if you can see the difference from like my knees caving in to me lifting and pressing away, that activates through the legs. Okay? So shoulders are all down and back. Tadasana. Should feel a lot more sturdy here. Tadasana means mountain pose. So everything should be strong and stable like a mountain. We'll add a little bit of movement to this. So go ahead and inhale, sweep the fingertips to the sky. Just gonna do a ragdoll. So go ahead and sweep the hands over to one side. Just allow them to roll up to the other side. It's just a ragdoll. Beautiful way to get some blood flowing through the body. Going nice and slow with your breath, just making sure you don't get dizzy, taking a break if you do. One more time this direction. Fingertips up towards the sky, and we'll make our way to the other side. This is a beautiful way to invite some energy into the body as well. Midday, if you've been working all day, we need a little exercise, need a little boost of energy. Ragdolls are beautiful for that. Not quite a yoga pose, but raise your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale in the heart center. It's not quite a yoga pose, but it's a beautiful way to get some movement into the body, the entire body, warming it up and blood flowing. Nice. So from here, we're going to clasp the hands together, press the palms away from you, and really round through the spine. This is kind of like the cat-cow that we did. So we're going to exhale, press away. Inhale, palms up towards the sky. Release the clasp, shine the chest open as you exhale the hands down. Sorry, exhale, press. Inhale the hands up, and you should still be inhaling as we release. So exhale, press. Inhale the fingertips up towards the sky, release. Nice, one more time like that. Beautiful. Bring those hands back up towards the sky. Go ahead and grab onto one wrist, and then we'll just exhale over to the side. Nice long side body stretch. These can go up, keeping everything nice and open, as opposed to caving forward. Keep it all nice and open. Inhale back up, grab onto the opposite wrist, and exhale it over to the side. Beautiful. Inhale up. Release the hands back to Tadasana. Really fully embody your Tadasana. Feel those muscles. Now go ahead and step the left foot forward. So the feet stay pointed forward. We're going to step the left foot forward. We're going to bring the hands onto the hips. So shine the chest forward. So we're pressing the chest forward and just start to walk the hands down the leg. So wherever they land, maybe they come to the calf, maybe they reach the floor. Wherever you're at, we're just going to invite our yogi breath. We inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, maybe sink it a little bit deeper. Just enjoying this stretch along the entire back of the left leg. Staying with the breath even when we're holding poses. You know, the belly may be pressed on the thigh. We want to make sure we're still getting a deep, full inhale through the entire lungs. Nice. Go ahead and bend the left knee enough to place your hands on the floor, and then we'll slide the right foot back. So we're coming into a lunge. Heel toe the left foot on the outside of the left hand. We're just going to add a little movement here. Let's get into those hips. Move a lot of stagnant energy in the hips as well. A lot of tension. You can bounce it up and down. You can make circles or just pop it back and forth. Staying with the breath. Nice. From here, if you have that towel or if you have your mat, go ahead, If you don't have a towel, we're going to drop the knee. So just grab something that you can place under the knee if you need a little padding. Drop the knee to the floor. Untuck the toes. Just going to hang out here. So we're just really pressing those hips towards the floor. Should feel a release on the outside of the hips. Into the left hamstring and the right quadricep. You can rock side to side if that's okay on your knee. I'm an advocate for inviting movement into practice. You don't have to be so rigid. Move it around. Nice. Really breathing all the way deep down into those hips. Sigh it out. Tuck the back toes. Lift the knee back up. And then we'll bring that left leg back to downward facing dog. Walk it out. Let it breathe. And on your next exhale, bend into the knees. Step the feet between the hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, sweep the fingertips all the way up to the sky. Palms come together, draw it into heart center. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So step the right foot forward. Keeping the hips square to the top of the mat. We're going to shine that chest forward. And start to walk the hands down the right leg. So maybe they come to the thighs. If you have blocks, this is if you want to start doing yoga with me every week. Blocks are a great way to get into this. It's called pyramid pose. Now your hands up on blocks here, depending on the flexibility of the hamstrings. Changes every single day. Invite that yogi breath, inhaling, finding some length in the spine. You don't want to collapse, right? So we really want to keep everything still nice and strong. And then on your exhale, just see if you can sink a little bit deeper without collapsing. It's called your yogi breath. Inhaling, finding length. Exhaling, sinking a little bit deeper. Beautiful, just enjoying that stretch along the entire back of the right leg. Go ahead and bend into the right knee. Place the hands on the floor, slide the left leg behind you. And heel toe the right foot on the outside of the right leg. So I'm going to turn around here just so you can see. Right hand or right foot is on the outside of the right hand. Just coming into this lunge, you can add your movement. Loosening up through the hips, the hamstring. Breathing down into the hip flexor. Nice. Go ahead and drop the back knee down. Untuck the toes. Just let the hips release towards the floor. Add some movement side to side. Hold any tension in your hips. Beautiful way to help release that energetically is inhale. Imagine the inhale going all the way down into the hips, flushing around, grabbing onto any tension, anything you don't need anymore. And then on your exhale, just let it all go. Do that a few times. Beautiful. Go ahead and plant the hands. Tuck the back toes. We're going to swing that right foot back to downward facing dog. Nice. Let that leg breathe. Walk it out a couple times. And then go ahead and drop the knees to the floor. Untuck the toes. Let the knees come wide. Set the hips back on the heels. Child's pose. Forehead goes to the mat. You can wiggle the hips side to side. Really feel the belly fall between the knees on every inhale. So deep breaths. You can even feel the rib cage expand on the back of the rib cage. On every inhale. Nice. And just start to walk it up to seated. Swing the feet out in front of us. Move into a stretch. So flex the feet towards you. So toes go up towards the sky. Roll the shoulders down and back, and then just start to walk the hands down the legs. Coming into a forward fold seated. As you can see, I like to add movement. I like to kind of ease my way down there. And then find that point. Find your edge. And then start using that yogi breath. Really notice how the pose can change from the beginning to the end using that breath. Exhale as we sink a little bit deeper, letting everything go. So go ahead, you know what, just go ahead and release the feet here too. No need to strive for anything. Release the feet. Nice, inhale to seated. Then bring our right knee into the chest. Then open up to the side. We're just gonna press the foot into the thigh. And then same thing here, roll the shoulders down and back. The reason why I say that is we're trying to keep a straight spine as we walk the hands down. So we don't want to collapse into it and round through the spine. We're gonna try to keep the spine nice and straight as we walk it forward. Wherever you land, that's where you land, right? That's the journey. No need to strive to reach the feet. Really try to allow the upper body to fall towards the left leg. Beautiful. Inhale to rise. Bring that right knee up. Extend that foot out. And we'll make our way to the other side. So bend the left knee. And open up to the side. Press the foot into the thigh. Shoulders roll down and back. Start to walk the hands down. Really starting to wind down here. This is a beautiful practice to do right before bed. Releasing stagnant energy, getting my body moving. Sometimes if I sit around too much, feels like restless leg syndrome. I wake up and I just need to move my legs. So if you get that, if that's something that you experience, you can really just do a light yoga practice right before bed. Just do these stretches. It helps tremendously. Inhale to rise, and then this time we'll just bring our right foot to the left. So coming into a cobbler or a butterfly pose. So grab onto the ankles. If this is a difficult position for you, you can sit up against a wall. You just bring your back up against the wall, and then you can use your hands to press your knees down. If you can sit here comfortably, you can cradle the feet. Always shine that chest forward, always find that flat back, and then start to hinge forward at the hips. Using the elbows to press the knees away from each other. I see some comments over there, guys. I can't wait to come see them. And hello to everybody who's joined. Beautiful. Inhale to rise. We'll bring the knees together. Start to make our way down to the floor. Yay, I see lots of hearts and thumbs up over there. Thank you guys so much. So pop up on the sit bones. Bring the hands behind the knees. Just gonna do a real quick boat pose here. We're not gonna be here long because we're trying to wind down, not strengthen anything. So just lift the feet into a tabletop position. And then from here, we'll just start to slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. If that's too much, just make your way to the floor. No need to add any strength to that right now. We're winding down. So we're gonna come into a couple bridges. Just to get into the low back, we did some cobra poses, so we extended the low back. Now I'm gonna stretch out, okay? So walk the shoulders away from the ears, press the hands down by the hips. So the feet are hip distance apart. We're just gonna lift the hips into the sky, nice and gentle. The hands you can grab onto the sides of your mat if you want to help press the hips even higher, or maybe you can clasp the hands underneath your hips to help press the hips into the sky. Don't let this hinder your breathing. You should be able to see your belly rise. Nice. Release the clasp of the hands. Lower the hips down nice and slow. We'll bring the feet wider than the mat. If you don't have a mat, just bring the feet kind of wide, let the knees touch. And just start windshield wipering the knees side to side. It just releases the low back. Do one more bridge pose just because they feel so good. So heel toe the feet back to hip width distance apart. Walk the shoulders away from the ears so you're creating a stable base. Plant the hands into the floor. Press the hips into the sky. And then just find a hand position that suits you today. Maybe just grab them onto the sides of your mat. Maybe you want to keep them pressed into the floor. Maybe you can clasp the hands underneath you. Just kind of gives you a little bit of leverage in case you want to press the hips higher. Staying with your breath even when we're holding poses. Go ahead and release the clasp of the hands. Lower the hips down to the floor. Once again, feet come wide, hips or knees knock in towards each other. Start windshield wipering them side to side, releasing the low back. Just got a couple more poses here, guys. Hope you're enjoying. And heel toe the feet back to center. Go ahead and draw the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the legs. So try to keep the sacrum on the floor. A lot of times we like to lift up. Try to keep the sacrum on the floor. And then just start to rock side to side. It's a nice way to give yourself a low back massage after a long day. Nice. Coming into a gentle spinal twist. Go ahead and release the right arm to the floor. So bring it out to a T and just allow the left hand to guide your knees over to the left. Gaze goes over the right shoulder if you can, or up, depending on your neck. See if you can fully relax here on your exhale. Just see if you can allow the entire body to sink into the floor. Nice. Start to unwind nice and slow, bringing the gaze and the knees back up to center. Real quick, pump the knees into the belly just a couple times. We want to neutralize the spine before going over to the other side. So release the left hand arm out to a T. Let the right hand guide your knees over to the right side. Gentle spinal twist on the side. Gaze goes over the left shoulder. Once again, see if you can fully relax. A lot of times we're still holding onto muscles. So we want this to be a passive pose. Exhale, just see if you can let the entire body just sink into the floor. Just enjoying taking care of the low back. Slowly start to unwind, gaze and knees come back up towards the sky. Lump the knees into the belly a couple times. We'll come into my favorite pose, happy baby. Go ahead and bring the feet into the hands. If that's inaccessible to you, you can have a strap or a towel, or you just really grab onto the towel, allowing the knees to come down by the side. Once again, here we can rock back and forth like a happy baby. And then or straighten one leg at a time. Maybe you want to do a wide leg happy baby. Just kind of roll around, let it feel good. Do whatever you want to do here. Don't worry about what you look like. You're in the comfort of your own home, right? And then flex the toes a couple, or point and flex the toes a couple times. Nice. And slowly start to release. The last, second to last pose. If you have a block, go ahead and bring a block underneath your hips. Maybe even a towel. We're just going to bring the feet into the sky. It can just help to have a little support on the sacrum. If you don't have it, don't worry, we won't be here too long. But we're just bringing the feet up into the sky. And point and flex the feet a couple times. Just getting into the calves, maybe do some ankle rolls. You might hear some cracking. This is another for like restless leg syndrome, or if you stand all day, if you're pregnant, just a beautiful way to try to or get that release of pressure out of the legs. You can do different variations with the legs if you like. You can straddle, you can do a reclined cobbler, bring your feet together. Just kind of hang out here. And then whenever you're ready, slowly starting to release the feet back to the floor. Moving into our final pose of class. Walk the shoulders away from the ears, so we're creating lots of space in the neck. Bring the hands out, arms out to the side, palms facing up, and extend the feet along the mat. Just allow the feet to fall open as they naturally do. If you have something handy that you can cover your eyes, go ahead and do so. Just coming into Shavasana, our final pose of yoga. If you stuck with me this whole time, don't leave during Shavasana. It's the reason that we do yoga. So just take a moment to scan the body. Just kind of notice if you feel different than you did before you started class. Maybe notice if you're holding on to any tension still. And just try to release that. As we still hold tension in the neck and shoulders, see if you can consciously allow those muscles to release into the floor. Use those exhales to do so. Check out the face. Sometimes we still hold on to the eyebrows or pressing the lips together. Don't scrunch up the entire face. And then release. Wiggle through the nose, wiggle through the eyebrows, maybe even through the ears. See if you can fully let all of your muscles go. And lastly, just checking out the mind, noticing where your thoughts are, where your emotions are. No judgment or change, just awareness. Just checking out how you feel right now, emotionally, physically, all of the above. And I'll call you back in just a few moments. Just fully let yourself go. Like I said, this is the pose that we do yoga for. We don't have a lot of time throughout our day where we just let the mind and body fully relax. Sitting in the comfort of your own home, go ahead and just let go. I'll call you back. You won't fall asleep. Maybe you will, whatever. Let everything go. Happy Shavasana. I'll call you back when it's time. And slowly starting to bring some movement back into your body, wiggling the fingertips and the toes. Maybe rocking the head side to side. And inhale, reach the fingertips all the way above the head, taking a nice long good morning stretch from the fingers all the way to the toes. And exhale the knees into the chest. Give yourself one more hug of your yoga practice. And rolling over to your right side, using your right arm as a pillow. And just hanging out here as long as you'd like. And before pressing yourself back up to seated how we began. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to guide you through a practice tonight. If it's your first time, thank you for joining. Thank you for showing up. Yoga is a beautiful practice to do for ourselves so that we can show up better for our families, for ourselves, for the world. So thank you guys so much. Namaste. Yay! All right, I'm gonna come over here, check out what's going on. Hi, Jima, thank you. All right. Wow, lots of people joined. I hope you guys enjoyed. So once again, I'm gonna be making this a weekly thing, probably Wednesday night. So go ahead and comment what time works for you. I'll probably be doing it. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right? If I do it later, you guys can always do this practice tomorrow because this is always available, right? Go ahead if you enjoyed, share it, like it, comment. The more likes and shares I get, the more this will be shown to other people. And I can start, hi babe. He's right in that room behind me. Well, we went 48 minutes. I went over a little bit, but anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week. Namaste. Comment, let me know what you're doing yoga for, what you want yoga for. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you guys so much. Good night. Hope you're relaxed.